So, yeah. Here we go. Mystery of sex, transmutation, step towards riches. It's Mental Awareness Month. Oh, gotta be. Get that awareness. Anybody interested in having a conversation? I'm down. I ain't one of them people to do weird stuff for likes and views. I am willing to have a conversation though. I'll read the book if you if you want that. No, Billy, you got the wrong guy, bro. Appreciate the love. You want me to read it out? Read the book out loud? Anybody interested in that? The Mystery of Sex. What's up, guys? We all up to. What do y'all look for whenever you're looking for lives? I'm curious. When do you find that you want to engage and talk to the host or whatnot? My primary purposes for going live is one, to get more comfortable with just putting myself out there and talking to complete strangers, and two, to have conversation or just listen to people. like hearing other people's ideas and thoughts. I'm not one that just likes to sit and listen to myself. What's up, guys? What is this? What's up? Let's see if we can't set a goal. Rose. Let's see if we can get 5 roses. What's up, Billy? I see you. What's up, McClellan? Calm. Oh, big boy. I'm just gonna start reading. It'll help me retain it. Maybe it'll entertain somebody else. Cash App you for some Chipotle. No. What you trying to get from Chipotle, huh? You know, it might be crazy, but I've never had Chipotle. Never had it. The mystery of sex, transmutation, the 10th step towards riches. The meaning of the word transmute is, in simple language, the changing or transferring of one element or form of energy into another. A bowl of chicken, brown rice, sour cream. See, now that does sound pretty fire. I just had some chicken and rice with some broccoli. I'm trying to cut out on dairy. See if it don't help out my gut. What is this pride thing with everybody? All right, Billy, you're the one that started this pride thing. Like, what's up with the pride thing? Is there something I ain't seeing? because I ain't about that life. Hmm. How you doing, Luann? Um, let's see. Yes. Well, all right. I'm gonna get back to reading. Y'all know fruitcake comments. The emotion of sex brings into being a state of mind. Because of ignorance on the subject, this state of mind is generally associated with the physical, and because of improper influences to which most people have been subjected. In acquiring knowledge of sex, things essentially physical have highly biased the mind. The emotion of sex has back of it the possibility of three constructive potentialities. They are the perpetuation of mankind, the maintenance of health as a therapeutic agency it has no equal, the transformation of mediocrity into genius through transmutation. Sex transmutation is simple and easily explained. It means the switching of the mind from thoughts of physical expression to thoughts of some other nature. Sex desire is the most powerful of human desires. When driven by this desire, men develop keenness of imagination, courage, willpower, persistence, and creative ability unknown to them as at other times. So strong and impelling is the desire for sexual contact that men freely run the risk of life and reputation to indulge it. When harnessed and redirected along other lines, this motivating force maintains all of its attributes of keenness, of imagination, courage, etc., which may be used as powerful creative forces in literature, art, or in any other profession or calling, including, of course, the accumulation of riches. The transmutation of sex energy calls for the exercise of willpower, to be sure, but the reward is worth the effort. The desire for sexual expression is inborn and natural. The desire cannot and should not beast all the fight. Hmm. The desire cannot and should not be submerged or eliminated, but it should be given an outlet through forms of expression which enrich the body, mind, and spirit of man. If not given this form of outlet through transmutation, it will seek outlets through purely physical channels. A river may be dammed and its water controlled for a time, but eventually it will force an outlet. The same is true of the emotion of sex. It may be submerged and controlled for a time, but its very nature causes it to be ever seeking means of expression. If it is not transmuted into some creative effort, it will find a less worthy outlet. Fortunate, indeed, is the person who has discovered how to give sex emotion an outlet through some form of creative effort, for he has, by that discovery, lifted himself to the status of a genius. Scientific research has disclosed these significant facts. Hmm. We got the men of greatest achievement are men with highly developed sex natures, men who have learned the art of sex transmutation, men who have accumulated great fortunes, and achieved outstanding recognition in literature, art, industry, architecture, and the professions were motivated by the influence of a woman. Hey Keaton, you want to join the live, bro? How about you, Billy? The research from which these outstanding discoveries were made went back through the pages of biography and history for more than 2,000 years. What's up, Kyle? Wherever there was evidence available in connection with the lives of men and women of great achievement, it indicated most convincingly that they possessed highly developed sex natures. The emotion of sex is an irresistible force against which there can be no such opposition as an immovable body. When driven by this emotion, men become gifted with a superpower for action. Understand this truth, and you will catch the significance of the statement that sex transmutation will lift one of the status of a genius. The emotion of sex contains the secret of creative ability. Destroy the sex glands, whether in man or beast, and you have removed the major source of action. From proof of this, observe what happens to any animal after it has been castrated. A bull becomes as docile as a cow after it has been altered sexually. Sex alternation takes out the male, whether man or beast. All the fight that was in him, sex alteration of the female has the same effect. The 10 mind stimuli. The human mind responds to stimuli through which it may be keyed up to high rates of vibration known as enthusiasm, creative imagination, intense desire, etc. The stimuli to which the mind responds most freely are the desire for sex expression, love, a burning desire for fame, power, or financial gain, aka money, music, friendship between either those of the same sex or those of the opposite sex, a mastermind alliance based upon the harmony of two or more people who ally themselves for spiritual or temporal advancement, mutual suffering such as that experienced by people who are persecuted, autosuggestion, fear, narcotics, and alcohol. The desire for sex expression comes at the head of the list of stimuli, which most effectively step up the vibrations of the mind and start the wheels of physical action. 8 of these stimuli are natural and constructive. 2 are destructive. The list here is presented for the purpose of enabling you to make a comparative study of the major sources of mind stimulation. From this study, it will be readily seen that the emotion of sex is, by great odds, the most intense and powerful of all mind stimuli. This comparison is necessary as a foundation for proof of the statement that transmutation of sex energy may lift one of the status of a genius. Let us find out what constitutes a genius. Some wiseacre has said that a genius is a man who wears long hair, eats queer food, lives alone, and serves as a target for the joke makers. A better definition of a genius is a man who has discovered how to increase the vibrations of thought to the point where he can freely communicate with sources of knowledge not available through the ordinary rate of vibration of thought. The person who thinks will want to ask some questions concerning this definition of genius. The first question will be, how may one communicate with sources of knowledge which are not available through the ordinary rate of vibration of thought? The next question will be, are there known sources of knowledge which are available only to genii? And if so, what are these sources? And exactly how may they be reached? We shall offer proof of the soundness of some of the more important statements made in this book, or at least we shall offer evidence through which you may secure your own proof through experimentation, and in doing so, we shall answer both of these questions. Genius is developed through the sixth sense. The reality of a sixth sense has been fairly well established. The sixth sense is creative imagination. The faculty of creative imagination is one which the majority of people never use during an entire lifetime, and if used at all, it usually happens by mere accident. A relatively small number of people use, with deliberation and purpose, a forethought, the faculty of creative imagination. Those who use this faculty voluntarily and with understanding of its functions are genii. The faculty of creative imagination is the direct link between the finite mind of man and infinite intelligence. All so called revelations referred to in the realm of religion and all discoveries of basic or new principles in the field of invention take place through the faculty of creative imagination. When ideas or concepts flash into one's mind through what is popularly called a hunch, they come from one or more of the following sources: infinite intelligence, one subconscious mind wherein is stored every sense impression and thought impulse which ever reached the brain through any of the five senses, from the mind of some other person who has just released the thought or picture of the idea or concept through conscious thought, or from the other person's subconscious storehouse. There are no other known sources from which inspired ideas or hunches may be received. Let's see what the flash goal is. 3 gives you some roses here live in 15 minutes. We can get 3 roses in 5 minutes, right? Or 15 minutes. The creative imagination functions best when the mind is vibrating, due to some form of mind stimulation, at an exceedingly high rate. That is when the mind is functioning at a rate of vibration higher than that of ordinary normal thought. When brain action has been stimulated through one or more of the 10 mind stimulants, it has the effect of lifting the individual far above the horizon of ordinary thought and permits him to envision distance, scope, and quality of thoughts not available on the lower plane, such as that occupied while one is engaged in the solution of the problems of business and professional routine. When lifted to this higher level of thought through any form of mind stimulation, an individual occupies relatively the same position as one who has ascended in an airplane to a height from which he may never at a height from which he may see over and beyond the horizon line which limits his vision while on the ground. Moreover, while on this higher level of thought, the individual is not hampered or bound by any of the stimuli which circumscribe and limit his vision while wrestling with the problems of gaining the 3 basic necessities of food, clothing, and shelter. He is in a world of thought in which the ordinary workaday thoughts have been as effectively removed as are the hills and valleys and other limitations of physical visions when he rises in an airplane. While on this exalted plane of thought, the creative faculty of the mind is given freedom for action. The way has been cleared for the sixth sense to function. It becomes receptive to ideas which could not reach the individual under any other circumstances. The sixth sense is the faculty which the sixth sense is the faculty which marks the difference between a genius and an ordinary individual. Hey Billy, you want to come on live and have a conversation? I'm interested to meet you, brother. The creative faculty becomes more alert and receptive to vibrations originating outside the individual's subconscious mind. The more this faculty is used and the more the individual relies upon it and makes demands upon it for the thought impulses. The faculty can be cultivated and developed only through use. Let's see. I don't even know how to invite you. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure this out, Billy. If I knew exactly how to invite you, I would. Just let me, it's offering to let me invite others, but that which is known as one's conscious operates entirely through the faculty of the sixth sense. The great artists, writers, musicians, and poets become great because they acquire the habit of relying upon the still small voice, which speaks from within through the faculty of creative imagination. It is a fact well known to people who have keen imaginations that their best ideas come through so called hunches. I'm going to take a break right there. My throat's a little sore. Had surgery today. My knee's a little banged up. Had a meniscus repair. Just trying to take it easy. What's up, Hayden? My dog. Trying to do TikTok and YouTube together. I got the old YouTube set up over here. TikTok on my phone. I feel a little tired. I got a sore throat from the air, the breathing apparatus they put down my throat so I could breathe while I was asleep. But other than that, I feel all right. But it feels like my leg fell asleep and I ain't been able to wake it up. It's kind of hard to walk on. But other than that, doing pretty good. I was gonna go out. Today and shoot bow when I got home, but wifey said not happening. Thanks for the follow, Roxy. You the bomb. But overall, it was a really good experience. I mean, it was my first surgery ever, and had some really kick-ass nurses. Oh, the IV, bro! I did the same thing you did. Like he said, I had some pretty badass veins on top of my hand. He's like, "Oh man, you got them really good visible veins," and then he said the only problem with those is they like to roll, so they're hard to get in. So, being that, I got the good veins all the way, he said, "You want it in the hand or the arm?" I was like, "Yeah, just hit the arm, man. I don't want you missing." Um, so, done that. The IV bothered me for a while. And then they took me back, and it seemed once they took me back, it just seemed like everything went so fast. Uh, Somehow I got to talk about Johnny Depp because the anchor tattoo on my thumb, and we go back, and they were still talking about Johnny Depp when we got in the OR, and that was the last thing I remember. I don't even remember getting the sleeping medicine, nothing. I was just gone. Yeah, they stayed off my hand though. They offered me some goofy juice whenever they because they had to put nerve block in my leg, and he's like, "Hey man, you want some goofy juice? It'll be like you're drunk." and you won't care about anything. I was like, nah, I think I'll be all right. And he brought the little machine in, the same thing they use to look at the babies in the belly. Um, Put that on my leg, and I could see my nerves and stuff in there. And then I started watching the needle try to get in the nerves, and he finally got me numbed up. But man, I got sicker than a dog. I don't think it's called a Doppler. Sonograph, or I can't remember. But as far as being off work, I'm off for at least 2 weeks, because that's when my follow up appointment is. Uh, and well, I know I'm off at least this week because they said I won't be able to feel my leg for at least 4 days. So is Billy still in here? Yeah, Billy's still in here. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some studying up on lives to see all what all you can do to boost it and make it more engaging for people. Make people. I mean, I've said it a million times. I'm not gonna sit here and dump a bunch. I remember when people were going live and they're dumping stuff on their head and doing stupid stuff, and then you got the gamers, and I don't game like I used to. I guess I could do like I wouldn't even call myself mediocre. Could do like a dad's gaming live. I don't know. I just come over here to have conversation. I don't know if you knew it. I didn't know it, but it's men's mental health awareness month this month. So thread the line. Oh man. Oh. I gotta try to move. Gotta get something to drink. Yeah, I mean, I thought about doing like a squad like that, just all dads, and then do some like live streaming that way. And because more people could relate, because not everybody is a freaking 6 kg player. Listen, I'm not taking you to the bathroom with me. I will be right back there. So, another thought that I had, I think on these lives, I want to do a live one time, or on multiple lives, I guess. And I want to get to where I talk to at least one person from as many countries as possible. I just think that would be really cool. And Billy, since you've been in here, bro, I mean, say something about me coming out. Probably the only thing I come out about was loving the Lord. But if you're interested, I run a community on on school called Phoenix Brotherhood. That I don't know if you'd be interested, but we're a community of men that lift each other up and give men a place where we got a voice, where we can be heard, and no judgments passed. It's a really good place. And Drizzy, man, must have just hopped on. Actually, I'm going to invite that man right now. Let's see. Did it go? I don't even know if it went. I can't click on nothing now. Dang. Embrace the weird, make people laugh. Well. Oh, here we go. Oh, he don't. Oh, yeah. He's there. He's in. He's out. Oh, Hayden, you in, bro? There he is. Hey, I don't even know how you joined, but sweet.
I don't either. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to invite my boy from down Chesapeake. I ain't heard from him in a while. I was beginning to wonder if he's all right. Let's see. Hey. Come on, Billy, say something, brother. Let me see if I can get Drizzy in here. What? Noah. What just happened? Well, I'm trying to figure this out. You are my dog. Look at that. Bro, you are something else. I don't even know what to say, bro. You're awesome. Look at that. Hit that 1K. My fellas. God told me not to give up. He told me not to give up. All these days I spent not wanting to do this. You, Noah, you are awesome. I just got my knee surgery, and here I am laid up right now, off work for at least a few days. God is awesome. You're a blessing, Noah. I normally do my workouts on these lives so that I can get a workout in. Not because I'm a fitness influencer or nothing. No, you didn't, bro. What? I don't know how none of this works. Like I said, I'm I'm new to all this. I'm gonna go, bro. I'm gonna keep going. I don't know if you heard my speech about the. I don't even know what content. Like I'm trying to do good. I know I got my own way for a long time, because I didn't feel like my stuff was sufficient and whatnot. But then a guy told me, everybody's got their own path and their own story and their own way of doing things, and I'm just trying to do what I can sustain the best, and that's just being me, just being genuine, being authentic, because there's too many people that are playing these days, and I just want to be real. I ain't got time for fake. I'm too old for fake, but again, I'm trying to do the best I can. I know God put me here to serve, and I want to serve as much as possible in my highest capacity. Um, like I said, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I have a men's community on school that it's a group of men that we can come together and grow mentally, physically, spiritually, and everybody stands for one another, stands with one another. Nobody, there's no judgment. It's a private community, and you know, if you're interested, I can send or it's school.com/Phoenix Brotherhood. Um, and I'll show you a little glimpse here. This is I might be able to, but I'm doing the best I can, man. I don't want to see men put down and degraded the way that they have been. We deserve more. So I appreciate y'all. YouTube is still dead.